Hello, beautifuls. So many of our conversations here together stem from something that I am working through or I am experiencing, and it gets louder and louder to the point that I know that it's a message that I am encouraged to, or asked rather, invited to share with you. And in my recent trip to Amritsar, I was able to take in several historical sites. And one of the overarching themes of these sites was one of misuse of power, persecution, and most definitely violence. Now, I know that this is not something that is unique to India. Every country has experienced where part of its population has been persecuted and experienced violence of one kind or another. But this experience was upfront and personal with me in the moment. And at each one of these sites, at the end, it was heralded about how they got even. Sometimes it was an assassination, sometimes it was an execution or a murder, right? And I found it very unsettling, very disturbing. And so at one point, I asked the group of people how it is that they could celebrate the murder of another person. And they said, well, we had to get even. We couldn't let them do that to us. And it's so similar to what we're seeing today. And especially since I got home, I've had several comments and I've seen several posts where people are angry as the truth comes to light about the last 3 years, how we have been deliberately lied to, deceived, we've been put in harm's way, our livelihoods have been disrupted, people are angry and they want revenge. Not only the last 3 years, but as more and more information is unfolding, we see there's been a history of manipulation by those in power. And people are angry. They want retaliation. They want justice. But in that place where they are demanding the death, the calling for one's life as payment for their evil acts, one needs to ask, is that really the solution? We've done that for eons. History has showed us we've done that. Some leader has been violent or cruel and they're killed. But does that stop new leaders from being tyrannical? It hasn't. So we need a new way of thinking, a new way of being. And in that place where the old mentality is eye for an eye, and yes, I know some people say that is a biblical reference, that is a command. That was an old command. The new command was to love God and then to love your neighbor as yourself. Those were the only two commands. And in this place where we love our neighbor as ourselves, we cannot seek justice by killing them. In the place where the justification was used, in a particular conversation I had afterwards, and not regarding the historical place, but regarding an experience of modern day violence. And it was touted that, well, they killed, so they deserve to die in the same way. And take that rationale for a moment. We are saying that we think to kill as a form of punishment is acceptable. That is our thought process. We deem that acceptable because we think it is. But who's to say that the person who did the initial killing didn't deem their actions acceptable? And whether we're talking governments or we're talking individuals, the mentality is the same. Evil can never conquer evil. Violence can never eradicate violence. We need a new way of being. We need a new way of thinking. And in this place, we need transformation. We don't need to conquer evil. We need to transform it. We need to transmute it, to dissolve it. And the only way we can do that is with light and love. It's a new way of thinking, a new way of being. And in that place, it's like having a dark room. And the moment we allow light in, it doesn't conquer the darkness, but it changes it in an instant. And it might not totally transform into a room full of light until more light floods in. And that is what we're being asked to do. We're being asked to flood. Feel it? Do you feel it? We're being asked to flood our experiences with love and light. And it's only in this place that we will see the changes that are long-lasting. We won't have the same historical stories moving forward. I thank you so much for letting me have this conversation with you. It, as you can tell, it means so much to me. It's my life work. Wow, it's my life work and my purpose to help flood our experiences with love and light. And if you'd like to learn more about the messages I share and what it is that I do on a one-to-one basis, the information will be below. I thank you so much for your likes and your shares, because what that does is it tells this intelligent system, this AI, that this information is important. And the more likes and shares there are, the more the message is spread and the more light is brought into the world. To those of you who have donated, oh, I appreciate you so very much. And from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. And just a reminder, if you enjoy this message, to subscribe and hit all so that you don't miss any messages moving forward. Until we speak again, be well and shine your light.